It's kind of close. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Friday, 4 o'clock Mountain Time beginner's flow. We're going to start on our knees in an easy seat. Hands can rest on your thighs, eyes closed. Start to notice your breath. Each inhale and exhale as it comes naturally to you. Start to bring your mind and your presence to your mat, to your space. Not focusing on what you did earlier today or what you plan to do later. Letting go of any thoughts that might be going through your mind from this week or from today or maybe about this weekend. Letting go of any stress, any anxiety, frustrations, whatever feelings you may be feeling in this time of stress. Let it all go. Deep inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more times just like this. In through the nose and out through the mouth. 1 more time. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's start to add some neck rolls. Nice and slow. Going one direction. And then whenever you'd like, switching to the other direction. Let this feel good through the neck and the upper back. Releasing any tension that you may feel. Awesome job. Let's meet back in center and add in some shoulder rolls. So inhale your shoulders up towards your ears and then down and back. Up towards the ears, down and back. You can switch out the way that you're rotating forward or rotating back. Maybe alternating shoulders. Any movement that feels good to you here. To kind of wake up through that upper back and neck. If you've been at a computer today, this is a great release. One more breath here, and then let's come back to stillness. Place your hands on top of your knees, kind of in a grip. And then on your inhale, start to puff out your back away from you. So draw your belly button, let your gaze come down towards your legs. Use your hands on your knees so that you can pull away from you to find a cat spine. Then on your next breath, draw your belly button forward, chest comes through again. Pull with your hands, let your gaze come up towards the ceiling. Nice job. Exhale, let your spine come straight back, curl, gaze comes down. Inhale, bring your chest through, gaze comes up. So we're mimicking cat and cow here, but in a seated position. Keep going, match your breath to your movement. Exhale as you curl back. Inhale as you pull forward. We have about 2 more breaths to alternate between your cat and cow in a seated form. On the exhale of your second breath, let's meet back in a neutral spine. Drop your right hand down towards the mat, and then inhale your left hand up and over to the right side. Breathe into the left side bodies here. Gaze can go up towards the ceiling to the left side. Take a breath in. On your breath out, release your left hand to the mat, and then inhale your right hand up and over. Breathe into your right side bodies this time. Take a breath in. On your breath out, release your hand down, come into tabletop position. So stack your wrists underneath your shoulders. Knees come underneath your hips. Gaze is down or maybe towards the front of your mat. Nice long spine here. Tuck your belly button into your spine so that you can have a nice long lower back. Feet are untucked. Press into your left palm. Inhale your right hand up towards the sky. Find some movement through your wrist. On your exhale, thread the needle, come down onto your right shoulder. Let your head rest on the mat. Option to let your left hand come out in front of you or to come into a half bind at your lower back. Just breathe here. One more breath in. On your breath out, release your hand to the mat. Inhale your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, release back to tabletop. Ground down into your right palm this time. Inhale your left hand up. Find some movement through the wrists. And then exhale, bring your hand through for thread the needle. Come down onto your left shoulder. Right hand can reach out in front of you, or you can come into a half bind. Just breathe. One more breath in. On your breath out, release your right palm to the mat. Inhale your left hand up high. Exhale, back down to tabletop position. Let's take one more round of cat and cow here. So drop your belly, inhale, look forward. Exhale, lift your spine, look at your belly button, press into the tops of your feet. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Widen your stance of your knees, bring your toes to touch, and then sink your hips straight back, hands come forward for child's pose. Take a breath. Take a moment to set an intention for your class. This can be something that you're working on within your practice, within yourself. It can be a phrase or a word. This week I've been offering an intention of focusing on breath and breathing, not just on your mat when you're practicing, but also off your mat. Finding moments where you can take that extra breath to try and find some calm, some space before reacting, especially in times like these where it seems to be a lot of negative and bad news around us. It's easy to just react out of fear because there's so much tension around us. So finding a way to take that extra breath before reacting in hopes to find some calm. Take a breath in and a breath out. Press back up to tabletop position. Keep your knees and hips exactly where they are. Start to walk your hands forward to the front of your space for puppy dog pose. You can allow your chin to come down or your chest. Wherever you are is great. Chin doesn't have to touch the mat. Maybe you can bring your forehead down. Just breathe here. You feel some opening through the armpits, the shoulders, at the back. One more breath in. One more breath out. Press back up to tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up high, pedal out through your feet. Find some movement. Option to come up onto your toes, back down onto your heels. Maybe roll from high plank to down dog. Any movement that feels good to you, go ahead and find it. And then find some stillness. Actively press all 10 fingertips into the mat. Externally rotate your shoulders away from your ears. Actively press your heels down towards the mat. Option to add a micro bend into your knees, if that feels good to you. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward to the top of your space. Exhale, 10 baby steps to ragdoll pose. Bring your feet as wide as your hips, maybe even wider. Nice deep bend to the knees. Option to grab opposite elbows. Rock from side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Option to clasp your hands at the nape of your neck for a little bit deeper of a stretch. Make sure you still have that deep bend through the knees. One more breath in. On your breath out, release your hands to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. And then on your inhale, rise slowly, one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. For Samasthiti, hands come to heart center. Close your eyes. Ground down through your feet. Reset. Come back to the idea of breath. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale for mountain pose. Reach your hands up towards the sky. Reach down through all four corners of your feet. Lift your kneecaps up to engage through the thighs. Pinky fingers are face in. Take a breath in. Exhale, grab your left wrist with your right hand and side stretch over to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Grab your right wrist. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend, cactus. Open your arms, let your gaze come up towards the ceiling. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank and hold. So set up for your high plank. Stack your wrists underneath your shoulders. Draw your belly button in. Keep your gaze down. Stack your heels over your toes. Nice long line of energy from the crown of your head through your feet. Breath in. On your breath out, lower all the way down to the mat. Let your forehead touch the ground. Untuck your toes. And then bring your big toes to touch. Hands stay where they are. Inhale for baby cobra. Lift your chest up. Gaze is down towards the mat. Nice long line of energy through your spine. Little to no weight in your hands. One more breath in. Exhale, forehead to mat. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift for cobra. Exhale, release. Press into your palms, come through tabletop or high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knee, open up through your hip. Find some movement through your ankle. Inhale back to three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale for crescent moon. Settle in here. So hips should be square towards the front of your space. Back toes can stay tucked or untucked, whatever works for you. Front knee is stacked over your front ankle. Gaze is forward, arms are lifted. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, twist to the right. So bind your left elbow outside of your right knee for a revolved crescent moon. Press, press, press into your palms. Find the rotation from your belly button to the crown of your head. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, back up to crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the mat, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra just once. Exhale, forehead back down. Come through either tabletop or high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Bend your knee, open up through your hip. Find some movement through the ankle. Come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale for crescent moon. Breathe here. Allow your hips to sink a little bit deeper with each exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, twist to the left this time. Bind your right elbow outside of your left thigh. Press into your palms. Gaze to the side of the room. Maintain your bend through your front knee. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, back up through crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the mat, high plank. And lower all the way down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, lower. Come through tabletop or high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. And lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead to mat. Come through tabletop or high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, twist to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, back up to crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the mat. High plank and lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee. Inhale for crescent moon. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, twist to the left. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale up through crescent moon. Exhale, hands to mat. High plank and lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, biggest back bend yet. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank and lower to your mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale for crescent moon. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, revolved crescent moon to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the mat. High plank to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, twist to the left. Revolved crescent moon. One breath in. One breath out. Hands come down. Retuck your toes. High plank all the way down to the mat. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here in downward facing dog. Reset through your spine, through your breath. Come back to your intention. Two more breaths here. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Hips go low, hands go high. Settle into your heels. Maybe even lift your toes for a little bit extra. Draw your belly button in. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Just breathe. Take a breath in. On your breath out, hands come to heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Find your left elbow outside of your right knee. Press into your palms. Find your twist. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward slightly. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Find your right elbow outside of your left knee. Press, press, press into the palms. Sink your booty down and back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Come onto your tiptoes. Gaze comes down. Palms come face down behind you. Squeeze your pinky fingers in. Activate through the triceps. Stay high on your tiptoes. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, so high to low plank here. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Inhale your right leg high. Bring your knee to your nose, curl in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Settle in here. Find your breath. Find your pose. So you can bring your hands to your hips. It's a good way to feel if your hips are even and squared towards the front of the room. Back heel stacked over your back toes. Front knee is stacked over your front ankle. Arms are lifted towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale to one-legged mountain pose. Launch forward onto your front leg. So left leg is lifted, bent at a 90-degree angle. Right leg has a micro bend in the knee. Hands can be at heart center, or they can be lifted, up to you. Take a breath in. Exhale, figure four. Bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Coming back into that kind of chair leg with the right leg. Take your booty straight back. Hands are at heart. Breathe. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Big transition straight back. Hover for a second and drop down. So nice and slow, use your core. This time you're at more of a hinge at the hips. So your gaze is down to the mat. Palms are face down, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Keep that 90-degree angle in your front knee. And then find some stillness in your warrior two. Front knee stacked over your front ankle. Weight is in the knife edge of your back foot. Arms are extended nice and long. Just breathe. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach as far forward as you can before opening up to 6 and 12. Breathe. Press your right hand, back of the palm rather, into your leg and your leg into your hand. Lift an inch higher through your top hand to find some length to the right side of your body. Gaze can be up at the top hand or down at your toes if your neck is cranky. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach your right hand up and over. Nice long to the right side bodies. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, hands down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale your left leg high. Knee to nose, curl in. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Settle in, find your pose. Stack your back heel over your back toes. Try to keep your weight as even as you can in both legs. Find some length through your lower back. Pinky fingers come face in. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose, launch forward. Hands can stay lifted or can come to heart center. Keep a micro bend in your left knee. Right knee should be in line with your right hip. Flex your right toes towards your face. Gaze in front of you at something unmoving. Take a breath in. Exhale, figure four. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Sink your booty straight back. Add a bend into the left knee. Hands are at heart center. Flex your right toes. Keep your chest open. Gaze is forward. Come back to the idea of breath. How can you use your breath here to keep you focused on this pose, knowing that everything is temporary and you won't be here for much longer? Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Hinge at the hips. Back leg goes straight back. Lowers down nice and slow. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Palms are face down. Gaze is down. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, warrior two. Open up. Surf it out. Find some movement before settling into your pose. Awesome job. Settle in. Find some stillness. 90-degree angle with your front knee. Weight in the knife edge of your back foot. Gaze is over your front middle finger. Inhale, straighten your front knee. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach forward. And then drop your left hand down, right hand lifts. Open up through your chest rather than crouching down in front of you. Find some openness, kind of like a back bend. Gaze up towards your top hand or down towards your bottom hand. Just breathe. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Lift your left hand up and over. Breathe into your left side bodies. Deep breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, hands down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. 3 breaths here. If you need a child's pose or water, that's always an option. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. We're going to flow through 2 times, matching breath to movement. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, up through chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, up through chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Come on to your tiptoes. Gaze comes down. Palms come down. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Bring your knee to your nose, curl in. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your hands up. Exhale, 1-legged mountain pose. Launch forward to the front of your space. Take a breath in. On your breath out, figure 4. Bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Sink your booty straight back. Hinge at the hips. Bend into the right knee. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, 1-legged mountain pose. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Nice and slow, like moving through honey. Awesome job. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, triangle pose. Lengthen through the front leg. Open up. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Bring your knee to your nose, curl in. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, figure four. Bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Sink your hips down and back. Take one breath in. One breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer to the left. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose. Breath in. Exhale, figure four. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Knee to nose, curl in. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose. One breath in. Exhale, figure four. Stay here for one breath in and one breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset. Option for a child's pose if you'd like to catch your breath. Take a moment here. Grab some water. Play with your dog or cat. Bugging you. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. We'll go one more time through, adding on a couple things, and then we will be down on our mats. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, hands to heart. Hinge forward. Twist to the left. Prayer twist. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, back up through chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, figure four. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Pause here for a moment. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale for star. Exhale, horse pose. Sink your hips low. Hands come to heart center. And then place your hands on your thighs. Start to bend from one side to the other. Find some movement through your spine. Let this feel good. As many times as you need. And then come back to center for horse pose. Inhale, back up to star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, toes in, heels out. Mind your neighbor if you have one. Breathe. Settle in here. Let your head hang heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. Hands can go wherever is comfortable for you. On the mat, maybe on your ankles, maybe behind you, maybe at the nape of your neck. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, star pose, lift all the way back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, one-legged mountain pose. One breath in. Exhale, figure four. Sink your hips low. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. And pause. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale for star. Exhale for horse. Toes out, heels in. Sink your booty down. You can stay here, find some movement again. Maybe you're rocking from side to side. Or you can place your hands on your thighs again, find some twists. Let the movement be dynamic and natural to you. Find some stillness in your horse. Take a breath in, sink it in slower. Breath in. Sink an inch lower. One more breath in. Sink even lower. Inhale for star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, readjust. Toes in, heels out. Hands can go wherever is comfortable for you. Keep a micro bend in your knees. Just breathe. Breath in, breath out. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your shin forward. Lengthen through the back leg and tuck your back toes. Option to stay lifted or option to lower down onto your forearms or onto your forehead or onto a pillow or a pet or whatever is available. Wherever you are. Deep inhales, even deeper exhales. Sink into the hips. Find length through the spine. Find a reset. One more breath in. One more breath out. Come back onto your palms. Retuck your back toes. Inhale for three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up the hip. Find some movement. We'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon left side. Bring your shin forward. Readjust. Take any movements that feel good to you as you settle in onto this left side. Untuck your back toes. Option to stay lifted or option to lower all the way down to the forearms, forehead, a pillow, a block. Wherever you are, make sure that your forehead makes connection with something. So it can be a water bottle, your hands, a pillow, a blanket. Just allow some kind of connection for your forehead, for the third eye. With each exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Start to think about your intention that you set at the beginning of your class. You took the intention of breath that I offered. Then thinking about how you can use the idea of breath, not just on your mat, but outside of your mat, outside of your practice. Breathing is such a normal part of our day, we don't even think about it. So maybe even committing to something as small as taking 3 deep breaths during the day. Just pausing yourself whenever you think about it. And consciously taking those 3 deep breaths. One more breath in. One more breath out. Place your palms on the mat. Retuck your back toes. Inhale for 3-legged down dog. Bend the knee, open up through the hip. Find some movement. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come to a seat at the top of your space. Allow your legs to come out in front of you. Nice and long. Flex your toes towards your face. Remove any flesh if needed. Inhale your hands up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. Keep your spine flat the whole way down. So if that means you stop halfway, then you stop halfway. Keep a bend in the knees if you need it. So head should still be lifted. Spine is straight as can be. That means you're grabbing onto your thighs, your shins, or your feet. All great. Inhale, find some length through your spine. Exhale, fold a little bit. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold a little bit more. One more, inhale, find length. Exhale, this time fold and round. Allow your spine to fully round. Forehead can come down towards your knees. Again, you can keep a bend if needed. Each inhale, find length. Each exhale, sink deeper. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, come back up. Bring your left foot in, so bend your knee. Right leg stays long. You might even want to kind of diagonal it out towards the right corner of your mat, or maybe even further. Turn your torso, so hips are straight, but torso turns a little bit towards that right leg. Inhale your hands up, and then exhale, fold over the right leg. Bring your forehead down towards your knee. You can add that bend if needed. You also have the option to open up to the side if you want. Let your left arm come up and over. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling for a side stretch. Or you can just stay folded over. Breathe here. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale back up and readjust. Switch it out. Right leg in, left leg out at an angle. Hips stay where they are. Torso turns towards the left leg. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale, fold over.
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Sounds like Alexa's listening to us. Option to stay here. Option to let the right hand come up and over and open up to the side. Gaze can come up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, lift back up. Allow your legs to come out straight in front of you. Take a breath in, hands come out in front of you. Exhale, lower nice and slow. Use your core all the way down onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side, massage the lower back. Make some circles. Find a release. Allow your left leg to go long. Keep your right knee bent in. Breath in. Exhale, supine twist to the left. Stack your right hip over your left. To your cactus your arms. Make sure that your shoulders stay grounded on the mat. Let your head fall in the opposite direction. Gentle supine twist. Close your eyes. Inhale back up through center. Reset through the spine. And then allow your right leg to go long. Left knee comes up and over to the right side. Gentle supine twist. Stack your left hip over your right. To your cactus your arms. Keep your shoulders grounded on the mat. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale back through center. Knees into your chest. And then come to happy baby. Grab the knife edges or inner arches of your feet. Open up through your legs. Lengthen one leg. Lengthen the other. Rock from side to side. Make sure your lower back is still grounded on the mat. If it's lifting, you can always grab behind your thighs or calves. Have some fun here. Let this feel good through the inner thighs, through the lower back. One more breath in. One more breath out. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Forehead comes towards your knees. Inhale in. On your exhale, Shavasana. Final resting pose. Let everything relax. Unfurl your eyebrows. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Each exhale, melt just a little bit more into your mat. I will bring you out when it is time. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Make some movement with your wrists and your ankles. Take a full body stretch. And then press yourself over onto your right side for fetal position. Knees bent, eyes closed. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Push yourself up into an easy seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Hands come to heart center. Let's take one breath together as a community. Exhale all the air out from your lungs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth, side out. Inhale your hands to third eye center. The yogi in me honors and high fives the yogi in each and every one of you. Namaste. Awesome job, everyone. Happy Friday. I will be posting next week's schedule by Sunday, and I think it might actually be 2 classes instead of 3, so just kind of playing around with the different class options. So yeah, give me some feedback if you have any. Have a good weekend.